Hello everyone! Today I am going to be doing a just kind of chatting with you guys kind of stream with the title and intention of answering any questions you throw at me, as long as they are wholesome and not inappropriate for YouTube, of course. That would not be good. But I will say hello to everyone, and then if you do have any questions, get started. I think I can make a Q&A actually. I think it's a thing. It is a thing, yes. Ask away. Here we go. Start Q&A. Lovely. There we go. I am going to go back to the regular chat now. You know what? Let me get the... I know what I'll do. I'll put the Q&A chat onto... No, I'll put the normal chat on my phone, and we can have the Q&A on my computer. And then I'll be able to see everything, and it'll be perfect. Yes, that'll work. Questions. Perfect. All right then. So I will say hello to Lifer, who got here at 7:30, by the way. Very cool of you. Thank you for waiting. Hello to No Chimera, Tech Maniac, and Casey Batman, and I think and Solo. Hello. Hope you're having, pardon me, a lovely day today. Honestly, I hear that No Chimera is poorly, which is very sad. Apparently you think you have a virus, which is my arch enemy, by the way. I am Vieus, and it likes to autocorrect a virus. We do not like virus in this household. Oh my goodness. Virus is very bad. I hope you get better soon. I really do. Oh my goodness. Via streams of therapy. They are, aren't they? Hello, not Brando Cat. Hope you're having a lovely day today. I hope they are therapy anyway. I hope I can help you feel better about yourself. I try to be nice and friendly and make people smile, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. At least I smile out of it. Maybe it's my therapy, if you think about it that way. Kind of helps me with a lot of things, I'd say, actually. Interesting. Okay. Well, we've already got some questions coming in, so it's working. Yay! Vieus isn't wearing a hat today? No, I'm not, because it wasn't in the thumbnail, and if it's not in the thumbnail, I can't disrespect my thumbnail that I made at the start of the week. That's not okay. No. I'm trying to break my finger at you. There we go, I'm doing it. Oh my goodness. So, first question today is from Life. When's the next Terraria live? It was yesterday. What? It was literally yesterday, not Rando Cat. Calm down. Oh my goodness. What's your favourite dish is the first question. Now, I'm assuming you don't mean pots and plates and bowls and things. If that is the question, you know, I could answer that question too. I quite like really big plates, because if they're too small, I find that you can't fit a pizza on them. I had this problem the other day. I had a pizza and it wouldn't fit on the plate, and then it was kind of overlapping over the edges. It was a little bit strange. And then in terms of actual dishes though, like food, I would sorry, I didn't actually answer the question. I just said what I don't like. I actually do like when a plate has a bit of a lip in it. It's to be really big with a lip around it, so it's a little bit like a bowl, so you don't spill all your sauce everywhere. That's pretty good. Bowls are quite good, but the only thing is with a bowl, if you do have a sauce, it will make everything incredibly soggy, because there's nowhere for it to escape. It just all stacks up on each other. It's not always ideal for the dish you're making. It depends. But sometimes also you want separate sections of your plate, and you can't really do that as well with a bowl. So bowls have disadvantages in some circumstances. I like a nice round bowl. Nice big plate. Anyway, in terms of food, that's a really tough question. It's quite basic of me to say that I am absolutely a massive fan of pizza. I mean, I was talking about pizza a second ago, so it's definitely up there in top dishes. But also, I really like pie. Steak and ale pie is one of my absolute favourite meals ever. It's so tasty. I don't know why I like it so much. I love pie. Pastry pies are the best. Potato pies are pretty good too, but pastry pies are my favourite, which is, I know it's surprising that I didn't just make a video about how to make a pastry pie when I made one about cottage pie, which is potatoes, but I've never really made one. I tried to make one once with pastry, and it did not taste right. I did something wrong. I don't know. It didn't come out very well. I also really like curry. Japanese curry is one of my favourite things. I've made that a lot. It's one of the only dishes I can confidently cook on my own, and I know exactly what I'm doing. because I've done it so many times. I don't need to look up the recipe. It is ingrained in my mind. Oh my goodness. I've just noticed I've got this on top chat, which is not what I want. There we go. Now I can see everything. You missed it. I'm so sorry, not Rando Cat. You must have. It was yesterday. You can go look at it. It was right there. I streamed it yesterday. I definitely did Terraria. Cottage pie is so good and confirmed. Like, yeah, you made my cottage pie, didn't you? That's so cool. I'm really happy to hear that you tried to actually make it. You might be the only person who did. So thank you so much for testing my recipe that my mum made. It's really makes me happy. Oh my goodness. One of your questions, I've just noticed, by the way, Lifer, you've asked me another question, but it's not in the Q&A thing, so I'm not sure. I don't actually know how to use the Q&A, but I just keep that in mind. Some questions, I'm trying not to miss any. That is useful if you can try and do it properly, because then I won't miss it. Second question, of course, is from Techmaniac, which is, if you could give, I can't talk. If you could give advice for the younger Vieus in the past who's just starting out, what would you tell her? Now, obviously, it depends how far back we're going, but I suppose as Vieus, who is, I guess you mean just starting out on YouTube as Vieus, the VTuber, I would say start as soon as possible. Do not miss the big VTuber boom. Get in there early. Early matters. Oh my god, it matters. The people who started VTubing back when it was just blowing up had such an advantage because it was new, it was exciting. Everyone wanted to see VTubers. Now we're commonplace. There's loads of them everywhere. You've got to. If I got in early, I could have been so much further by now. I'd also be a lot better at just making content in general because I'd have been doing it for a long time. I think it's such a shame that when I was 13, I used to have a Minecraft YouTube channel and I made little Minecraft videos and I stopped doing it because I got bored, and I'm so annoyed that I did that because I could have come so far since then if I'd just continued all these years. Oh my god, I'd probably actually be able to make I'd probably be making a good living right now. It'd probably be at least minimum wage a year, and that'd be great. It'd be a proper job, and that'd be amazing. I could be doing that by now. But you can't change the past. So the advice would be useful. Funnily enough, I was on call with Eltran just before the stream about this kind of topic, about what you would do if you could go back in time. That's really weirdly relevant. Oh my god. All right then. Maybe not the only one who made it, just the only one who posted about it. Well, yeah, you might be the only one who posted about my cottage pie, Tech Maniac. But, I don't know. I mean, most people who watch cooking videos don't actually make the recipe. So, I don't know if you are. You really might be the only person who tried it. It's quite a small amount of people to watch the video in general. So, I don't know. You might be quite special there. Oh my goodness. Hello, Comedy Pumpkin, and hello, Ryona. Hope you're having lovely days today. Let's have a look. Next question is from Neo Chimera. What is the best Christmas tradition for you? Remember we had some Christmas Fair 3D last year? Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? We went to there's a map in Wario, which is this lovely thing that I'm using right now, where we went around to the Christmas Fair. There's a big map with all these stalls. Unfortunately, they're a bit copy and pasted. They're not all really unique. But it is a really cool map. It's got a giant Christmas tree. And we went around those. I am scratching my head. You can tell though, it's quite fun. Oh my goodness. But what's my best Christmas tradition? I don't know, I just like Christmas Day. I like doing all the things. I like opening presents. That is a very good one. I like eating food. I love Christmas dinner. Oh my god, it's so tasty. I mean, I love roast dinners as a whole, so it's just roast dinners, but better. That's what Christmas dinner is. How could you not love it? You get, your typical things, your roast meat, your mashed potato. I mean, we have mashed potatoes, because I don't actually like roast potatoes. I know it's a bit weird, but I don't. They have to be mashed for me to really appreciate them. I mean, I'll eat roast potatoes, but they're just not as good. I don't know. So yeah, and then you have Yorkshire puddings and stuff, and your vegetables. But with a Christmas dinner, you also get stuffing and pigs in blankets, and you're probably also, if you don't usually have it, everyone's going to bring out, the apple sauce and the cranberry sauce, and there'll probably be a really nice dessert of some kind, maybe a Christmas cake, or Christmas cake can mean all kinds of things. This year I'm not making a fruit Christmas cake, even though I made a video about it, because in January this year, after I was starting to work my way through the Christmas cake that we made with the fruit and the alcohol and stuff, I was really poorly one night just after eating the Christmas cake. And I don't think it was the Christmas cake. I think I actually had some kind of sick bug. But I threw up the Christmas cake on the floor and in the carpet, and I can never get that sight out of my head, and I don't want to eat Christmas cake ever again. So this year I'm going to make probably a chocolate Christmas cake. They're quite popular. You might have heard of Yule logs. I'm thinking about maybe doing a white chocolate one, because I like white chocolate. It's really nice. And then I can make more of a vanilla sponge, but have the white chocolate icing kind of stuff. A frosted Yule log, we could call it. I think that could be cool. And it won't remind me of that horrible day. Right? Oh, it was nasty. I was really poorly that night, by the way. I was shivering and I was fully covered in the blankets and everything. I was definitely warm, but I was still cold. It was, don't recommend. Oh my goodness. You had an advert in the middle of my answer? No! What? Why would it do that to you? Let me actually fix that, because if you're asking a question, it would be so sad if it then did that to you. Let me edit my stream. I can change that to low. Save, there we go. Should be less adverts now. Okay, that's perfect. You finally caught a stream! Yay! Thank you, Comedy Pumpkin. I'm so happy to have you here. And hello, Mission Silo. Thank you for coming. I will say that I won't see the normal chat as much today, because I'm trying to look at the Q&A chat, and obviously the questions are stacking up. I don't want to give really long, interesting answers though. I don't want to just be like, yes, no, unless you do ask me a yes, no question. But even then, I'll be like, no, because, or something. Anyway. Like first stream Vieus. Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean, like first stream Vieus? I think I must have missed something. The boomer early. You talked about the music video and stuff you made early. Yeah, anything you make earlier on would have done better, unfortunately. Maybe if you came big in the past, maybe things could have gone wrong somewhere or gotten dragged into drama, and who knows, right now you making people happy. This might be the best timeline. Yeah, but I don't think I'm the kind of person that would have got into drama. I don't really... I mean, look at me. I don't even collab with people. It's kind of hard to get into drama when you don't talk to people, really. And you don't... I don't know, if you're not interacting with anyone, I can't really see how you can get into drama. I do think I wouldn't have known how to look after a Discord server very well, if I had done it before, because I wouldn't know the people that I knew that helped me set it up. But I suppose there's YouTube for that. I can teach you a lot of stuff. Hi Lloyd Tupu, and hi Daishima VT. This is a drama VTuber, just don't know it yet. No, I'm not! Oh my god. There are some questions in the chat which are not in the Q&A, and I don't know why. It's gonna be, I'm gonna try my best. Oh my goodness. Do you overeat the Christmas dinner? That was relevant to the Christmas dinner question as well. I would say yes. Yes, I do. I eat as much as I possibly can on any kind of meal out, to be honest. I'm at a restaurant, I will eat everything on my plate and then get dessert. I don't get starter though, because I know how to pace myself. If I have starter, main and dessert, I can't eat everything. That's too much food for me. I have to have either starter and main, or main and dessert. And I prefer desserts, so I will get dessert. Especially apple crumble and apple pie. I love apple desserts. Oh my god. Okay. Next question is, yeah, so if you ask me a question, please try and put it in the Q&A, because it's so hard to see it otherwise, and I will accidentally miss some. Hi, Necessary Sato. Where's the next one? If you had a summoning ritual from Riona Shirley Yacht 8951. I know it didn't used to say that for your name, but it's the way that YouTube's changed how it works. I don't know, it's strange. If you had a summoning ritual, what items would we need to summon you? You want to summon me? That's a good question. Maybe you could use... What would you use to summon a Vieus? I suppose you'd need a campfire. I would say that. That's that's what we'd be burning things in, maybe, to sacrifice items. Just thinking about, we got campfire on my dress, of course. And you'd have to be in the woods, definitely. Campfire in the woods. You have to be camping in the woods with a campfire. This is the setup for the ritual. And then what would you burn in the fire? I don't know. I feel like you should do something that is environmentally beneficial in some way, but then what could that be? Maybe you could... this is a really tough question. I'm not very creative. Oh my god. If you could do something rich, perhaps you could... Maybe not. Oh, I know what you could do. Don't burn anything in the fire. You gotta have a really tasty meal and then and then sing a song for me. Sing a song about how you want Vieus to arrive, and just perhaps maybe it would work. The whole point is you've got to be having fun outside in nature with all the elements of my dress. The tent, the mountains, the trees, the campfire, and then you sing a song around the campfire, holding hands. Yes, that is the ritual. I like the idea of this. Oh my goodness. Hello, Beta Sigma Omega. You said, hi, Viz, can you explain something to me? But there's no question. So I'm sorry. I tried. I can't really answer that one. Campfire glitter with static check. And of course the banana. It's Vieus in our hearts all along. Yes, you definitely need the banana. If you like bananas. If you don't like bananas, don't worry about it. But if you do, bring it along. That might help. It might help. If you bring a banana, I'll know what your intentions are. You're there for the kind of cold stuff that we used to do. So I'll keep that in mind. Oh my goodness. Yes, a banana as a catalyst. You good do. So my next question, from Yoda actually, is do you have any projects in the work? Anything exciting or hidden up until now? I do. I have something exciting and I don't know when it's going to happen. I've set a deadline for the start of it, which is at the end of January, but it won't, then I have to do some other stuff on it, basically. I'm waiting on a commission, essentially, but I don't want to say what it is, because it's really exciting, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait to show you, and oh my god. We gotta love how the very first message I get on Twitch today is a bot. That's just great. Oh dear. There we go. Got rid of it anyway. So let's see. Any other questions? Taking notes. Okay, now we know what to do some of it. Of course you do. You just here to listen, unless it's art related. Wow, I can't tell you. I'm not telling you what it is, but yes, I do have projects in the work. And the video that I'm going to be working on next, which I need to start working on after the stream realistically, is back in June, I think it was. I went to Cardiff and I want to make a video about what I filmed. I think it could be, it was just a weekend trip, so it won't be as long as the one I've got about Norway. Oh my god, that's going to be a week of footage. It'll be a good video, but it'll take a while. Oh my god. So that's exciting. I will have the Cardiff video soon, and I think that'll be good because it's got a lot of Doctor Who themed stuff in it, because Cardiff, of course, is where a lot of Doctor Who has been filmed historically. I mean, they're in South Wales, so it's very exciting, and I'm excited to make that video. I think it'll be good. I'm not sure how I'm going to approach it yet, but it should be interesting. I'm going to read the question that I almost missed from Lloyd Tupo because and Minatari Sato, because they didn't register in the Q&A, which is annoying. What happened to you, Vieus, with the cake, and what happened when my sister went eating ramen? Which is why she didn't eat ramen for a while until recently. Also, hello everyone. What? What are you talking about? Oh, you're saying that what happened to you was I see. So your sister was also had the problem of throwing up cake. Oh, not cake, but ramen. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, it really puts you off food. It's a real problem. You just happen to get an illness, honestly. And then the question from Notuko was, do you think stuff like mocap will become more accessible since AI could be used that for now too? Or will it make it only pricier? Well, motion capture AI solutions at the moment are mostly free. We can look at something like XR Animator or this. What am I doing right now with my hands? This is run through Media Pipe, which is an AI mocap resolution thing built into WireDo. It's just a thing. It's usually free at the moment. I don't know if that'll change in the future, but I hope it doesn't, because it's very nice the way it is at the moment. Oh my goodness. So, next question. Oh, unless you get... Wait, is there in Cardiff castles? There is a Cardiff castle, but we didn't go to Cardiff Castle, actually. I don't think we did. Because my mum doesn't really like going to castles. That's the thing. She says we've been to too many in our life, which I understand. I mean, I've been to a lot of castles, but I still like looking at them. Wait, no, that's not true. That's not true. We did go to Cardiff Castle. I just forgot about it. Okay. Yes, Cardiff Castle will be in the video. I am stupid. That was a big part of the first day that we were there. What? How did I forget that? Oh my god, it's been a while. You wanted to make a statement rather than a question? Yeah, I realised that it wasn't a question after I read it. It just looked like a question. Don't worry about it, I reset it. I'm sorry about that. Right, next question, because we've got a lot. Oh my god. Thank you for the questions, everyone. I really appreciate it. This is from Not Rando Cat. What really inspired you to be a VTuber? Well, I would say for a very long time I really enjoyed anime. And for a long while, I always wanted to make YouTube videos. I mean, I always watched Minecraft YouTubers as a child. People like Stampy, actually. And I really liked LD Shadow Lady for a long time as well. She was a really big thing that I watched a lot of. But I didn't know what to make. I didn't know what videos I wanted to make. So obviously I tried making Minecraft videos, as I talked about earlier. But I got bored of doing that. I don't think Minecraft is something I can play long term. It's fun for about a week and then I give up again. So that's the problem with that. In terms of after that, I had a long time where I really wanted to make YouTube videos, but I didn't have any ideas of what I could do. I didn't know what to make. And then eventually I started making the piano tutorials and arrangements that I have on my YouTube channel at the moment with the sheet music and stuff. And I think they're really cool projects. I made some really nice pieces of music from my own piano arrangements. I'm really proud of what I did, and I think it really helped to develop my musical skills. And it means that now I can make an instrumental for a cover a lot easier than if I hadn't done that. Not that that's easy. And not that I would make anything complicated, but I did, you know, I made my own instrumental for Carol of the Bells. I made my own instrumental for something else that I did. Oh no, is that the one I'm working on? I'm confused. I don't know, but I have made instrumentals since for various things, and that has been really cool. But eventually I watched Maury Calliope on Trash Taste, the podcast, and that was my first experience of seeing VTubers, and I thought that was so cool. So I wanted to be one instantly because I love anime, and I always wanted to be an anime character. That's what I wanted to do when I grew up, become an anime character. So I made it happen, and here I am. It's amazing. I love VTubing. We've got a question from Fox Wizard Prime. I'm just checking. Yeah, we got Castle Exploring. Oh my goodness. From Fox Wizard Prime. Regarding gaming, what kind of difficulty level would you say best fits your playstyle no matter the game? What kind of difficulty level? I mean, I just play most games on the default setting, really. I never change I've never been someone to make things easier or harder. I just try to play the game as it's meant to be played with its standard experience, because I'm not really good. So honestly, I probably lean on the worse than average side of playing most games, but with enough perseverance and trying, I can usually get through it, and then eventually I win and finish the game. So yeah, I just like to play on default, honestly. The question is, of course, from Rihanna. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? The answer to that question is it's okay. It's not a yes or no question. It's okay. I haven't had it on pizza in years, but I don't have anything against it. I used to really enjoy it when I was younger. Or at least my mum always used to make it for me. I don't dislike it. It's just okay. I never choose it though. But if someone gave it to me, I would eat it. If they're like, this is our pizza, this is what we've bought, eat it. Oh yeah, sure, why not? You're a very creative and original person and have had many chances to make it big and famous as a result. Yet your weakness is your inability to vibe with people, and you're very self-conscious about it. So you struggle to get along with others? I can imagine that must be quite frustrating then, if you've had so many opportunities, but you never really get along with the others who you have to work with. I don't know, maybe you could try and work on your communication skills. I think there are classes you can do for that kind of stuff. And there's lots of YouTube videos on how to get better at talking to people if it's something you're really struggling with. And I think you can see specialists, even therapists and stuff. I think it also do exist. I think there are ways you can get some help, but I understand also for a lot of people, it's not something you can just get over with self-help. It takes a very long time, a lot of work, and you're never going to truly get over it, especially if you have something like autism and you really struggle with communication because of that. I understand. It's hard. It's really hard to get people to like you sometimes. So I hope that goes well for you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm going to have a drink because my throat is dying. There we go. You're definitely a story difficulty player rather than a actual difficulty? Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm like that too. I am not good at actual difficult games. We like to play at nice simple sections. Oh my god. How much does it help? This is from Neo Chimera. How much does it help with talking about content ideas with the V Club members and managers? Does it ever make you not do something? No, I wouldn't say so. It doesn't make me not do something. I would say that V Club Sandwich, the manager person, well, I don't think they're really a manager anymore. They're more just kind of project leader in a way. It's kind of complicated anyway. I would say that they are. They know, they'll tell you if they think a video idea is more something you've made for yourself rather than something that will particularly do well. They described my Winnie the Pooh video about the forest like that, and yeah, I would say that's true myself as well. And maybe something more like Turning 20 is more mainstream, but they don't stop you from doing anything. No. They wouldn't do that. Yeah, it just helps to talk about what other people know from talking to, because some people in V Club talk to other VTubers and they have little bits of information and advice that they've picked up and they can pass along, and you can share all these things. It's just useful in that sense, I'd say. Hi, Fake from State Farm. I am an adventure VTuber. Yes, I hope you're having a lovely day. Oh my goodness. You're slightly late due to delayed exercise and shower, but that's okay. Fox was a prime. Hope you're having a lovely day. Oh my goodness. You said you're not creative, so what are you saying is there are people in the community you can work with to achieve stuff? Yeah, that's the thing. If you're not creative, there are still people you can get somebody else in who is creative. If you're struggling with something, you can ask someone else for advice. I hope to do that with you guys. I couldn't come up with a name for my bee mountain terraria yesterday, but somebody in the chat, I can't remember who it was, but somebody in the chat came up with the name Beatrice for my bee, and I thought that was so cute. And it's okay to ask for help if you're struggling. That's alright. I'm better at other things. I suppose in this case, I am the one who's actually streaming. But yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, see, it's gonna be fun. So some for you and some for the algorithm is good. Yes, you gotta do a mixture of what you want to do and what you think will do well. Although sometimes you just get it wrong and it doesn't do well anyway. Which has been a bit of a problem for me at the moment, but I'm just going to keep going. I think things, with some consistency, I think things will start to pick up eventually. Next question is from Daishima V2. Hello, by the way. Is England okay? I've seen many questionable mushy pea dishes while playing Scrandle? That poverty struggle meal? What's Scrandle? I don't know what that means. I don't like mushy peas, so I don't know. I've never really seen many mushy pea meals because I don't like them. My mum only ever has them with fish and chips as well, so I don't know. Mushy peas aren't something I see often. I've seen baked beans quite a lot, I guess, but we don't even eat those that often, really. Yeah, I mean, all across the world, people are struggling at the moment, if that's what you're asking about, but I think it could be worse. I think England's okay. Scram is a food guessing game. You click which one is better between the two. Do you? I have never heard of that. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I still eat a variety of food, and I think we had nice things. Tonight we had spaghetti bolognese that my mum made. It was really nice. don't know. I'm not in extreme poverty though. That is the thing. So I can't say I relate to the experiences of those people, and I'm not in there knowing the up-to-date information on that, unfortunately, for that question. But fortunately for me, obviously, because I can't say anyone wants to be in poverty. That is not preferable. There was a butterfly. I think England's okay. Yes, maybe. I don't know anymore. What is this question? Hello, Asian wing sauce. Hope you're having a lovely day. Let's have a look. Long from California says, "Hey, Vieus. Or pepperoni, the long coroni here. If I had to ask a VTubing related question, what made you want to go 3D instead of live 2D? Well, the reason that I'm 3D is purely because it was the most accessible option for somebody who had absolutely no money to start VTubing, especially when I started VTubing, because there were less, if you wanted to be custom like I did, and you wanted to do it for free, you realistically had to make a V-Roid model, because I can't draw. Well, I can, but I can't draw well, is more what I mean. So I can't really make my own live 2D model because it would look terrible. It really would. For the kind of quality that I wanted, the best option for me was to make a V-Roid model. And obviously I had to draw my textures and stuff. And this wasn't my first model anyway. My first model, you can go back on my channel and see my first stream for that. Look, I much prefer this one, obviously. But yeah, it's because it was free. That is the only reason why I'm 3D. And it worked out for me because it meant that I could do some really fun things with my videos, how I can put myself in the scene and go on adventures and stuff. It worked out really well. But if I was live 2D, I think I'd find other ways to do exciting things still. But right now, I am 3D. And I would like to upgrade everything eventually to move on from this model. Might take a while though. Oh my goodness. Hello, Nick and Mary again. Got a lot of questions from them, but it's just the order they came in. It's just first come, first answered. You know, I'll do it in the order. I will keep reading a bit of the normal chat as well. Never go wrong with some spaghetti, but does your mum break the spaghetti? I don't believe so. I know you're not supposed to. No, I don't. No, she just cooks the spaghetti like a normal person does. You just boil it. It's not very complicated. You always thought a 3D would take more time, but you're not too familiar with the game? A 3D model? Yeah, well, it does take a lot of time to make a 3D model, yes. But you can't make a 2D model if you can't draw very well, because because of the program Vieus Studio that you basically customize pre-made sliders and things, and you draw on your own textures. It's so much easier to make something that looks good. And that's what I went for. How's your archery going? So this is the question from Noah Camara. Is it on the back burner? As I understand, it's fairly expensive. I have not done archery since probably last year. I don't know. I think... Did we do some this year in the summer? Was that last year? I think that was last year. Oh my god. It's been a long time. I would love to get back into it one day, but I think it's not something I'm going to be doing much for a long time now. It's still written on my... I'd say, obviously, I've talked about how I've done some work as an extra in film and TV and stuff, and it is on my list of skills. Archery will always be there in case they need me to be an elven archer. I am ready. I will do that. Sign me up, please, Lord of the Rings team. I am ready to do archery. I think I'm good enough for that, but I don't actively do it anymore because, yeah, it costs money to go, and I don't know, I just don't like the people who go to the places that my local place, and I've left and joined so many times and I feel so awkward and embarrassed to come back. So I don't do it anymore. I think one day, if one day I buy a house and I move to a new area, which obviously one day I would love to do, and I will do, I'm determined to do, then I'll start it up again. I'd like to start it one day when I actually get to live with Eltran properly, and then we could do it together. I think that would be really nice. But right now that is absolutely not possible. So it's a very future thing for me. Hello KJ2838, hope you're having a lovely day today. So not since the VTuber Olympics. No, I think I did it after the VTuber Olympics for a bit. But then I stopped again. It's a nice skill to have on the resume. Yeah, it is. It is a nice little skill. It's my only skill that counts as fact, I think, which is an industry term. Anyway, Lifer has, will there be more Lego building streams in the future? I would like to do more Lego building streams. To be honest, I haven't done a hand cam stream in a really long time because I lost the clip on my camera. I have not even using it right now because I don't know what happened to it. I have this higher quality webcam that I always used to use, and I always used to use for my face tracking as well. And it's, I don't know, I took it once in my bag somewhere, and the clip that lets you actually attach it to anything has just disappeared. It's now just a camera on a wire, and it's not, I just need to buy a new clip for it or something, but it's so frustrating. So that's why I haven't done a hand cam stream in ages. Oh dear. We will get there eventually and do it again. I hope so. I would like to do more hand cam streams. The thing is, I actually have 3 boxes on a pile right now of Lego that I wanted to do on stream. I have one which is a 3-in-1 set, and it has penguins, pandas, and wait, what's the other? Dolphins. That's the other one. Penguins, pandas, and dolphins. And then there's also one which is a flowers bouquet. Got a Lego flowers thing, and I've also got a Christmas tree, which is a 2-in-1 set, and I really want to do that one on stream soon actually, because that's obviously it's for Christmas. That's perfect timing. But I haven't done them yet because my camera can't actually set it up anymore, so I need to give in and buy something for that. And the same thing's happened to the harp. There's just one more broken string on my harp. I really want to play it more on stream, but I haven't got around to buying the string again because I spent £300 on harp strings, and then another one immediately broke that I hadn't bought one for. So that was just frustrating, and I haven't given in and done it yet, but I'll do it soon, hopefully. Oh my goodness, those flowers, you've seen a few. Yeah, they are nice, and it's got some roses in it and stuff. So I'd love to do those soon. No Chimera asks, are there any new anime that you've caught up like Solo Leveling did? That has caught you like Solo? Oh, I see. Any new anime that I really, really like? I really, really like To Your Eternity. I am not up to date on season 3, but I watched that recently and I really liked it. I was binge watching that. It was so good and it's so sad. I don't know. I really liked that show. To Your Eternity is really good. I was surprised. I've been putting off watching To Your Eternity for a couple of years since it came out, and I always heard it would be really good, and I knew I was going to enjoy it. I just couldn't be bothered. And then I watched it, and it's so good. To Your Eternity is amazing. Harp strings are expensive. Yeah, they are. A lot of them cost about £30–40 for a string. It's, well, the longer ones do. Some of them cost about £20. It depends. Depends on the string. My favourite animal? Hello, Rokus Pilsgren. I don't think that's worked on the Q&A. I don't really have a favourite animal because I'm scared of most animals, but I'd say maybe a butterfly. They're quite pretty, aren't they? I like butterflies. Yeah, butterflies. Oh my goodness. Okay, next question is... Oh, actually no. I want to talk about something else with that anime. So this isn't anime, but I recently watched Creature Commandos, which is a DC animated Western show. So it's not anime, it's just American animation. And I really like that. And I also watched My Adventures of Superman, which is also really good. I wanted to catch up on the DC stuff. And as I've always really liked DC animated stuff, I was a big fan of Young Justice and the DC animated films back then when they came out. And I haven't actually seen all of the DC animated films. I'd like to catch up on those soon. It's on my list of things I'm going to watch in the near future. So that's exciting for me. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see that. I think there's a lot of characters in that list of films, and I'm really happy that I haven't seen them because it's exciting. I mean, there's so much content for me to catch up on now because I haven't done it in so long. So they're really good shows, all of those. Although, I watched season 2 of Hazbin Hotel recently, which I liked. It was very good. I liked season 1, obviously, because I made a cover of A Happy Day in Hell. Oh my goodness. Next question from Rihanna. Let me just check. HBO got Creature Commandos? HBO is an American service. I believe it's on Now TV in the UK. You read it's quite good. How much to replace one broken string? Yeah, it depends on the string. Sometimes it costs 30-40 pounds actually for one string, honestly. They're kind of expensive, but they're quite specialist things, I suppose. And they can charge what they like, because if you want the string that's specifically for your harp, you're going to pay a premium because you want that one and you like how it used to sound. It's just how it is. This is, yes, from Riona. Would you rather take a quest from a suspicious wizard or from a talking animal? Definitely a suspicious wizard. A suspicious wizard had magic powers. Magic powers are cool. Talking animals are scary. I don't like... Animals are scary to me. So that's an easy question for me. I'd rather talk to a person than an animal because I'm scared, and even the thought of it scares me. You had to choose one animal not to be afraid of anymore. Which would you choose? This is from Tech Maniac. One animal would not be... Well, I would choose dogs. If I could not be scared of dogs, it would be life-changing. There'd be so many things I could do without fear anymore. You know, going for a walk in the mountains wouldn't be so scary for me. Of course I would get rid of my biggest fear. That would be life-changing, really. It would also open up the things I could do for work. Because I would be able, not that I particularly want to, but there are a lot of jobs that you wouldn't think have dogs involved, but they do. I could never do delivery driving, not that I can drive, but some people do it on bikes and stuff. I could never do delivery stuff because there's always a risk that someone's dog is going to chase you. Especially when you open the door and stuff. Sometimes dogs will run up to the front door. I could never do something like... a lot of shops jobs because people bring their dogs into shops or cafes a lot. It's a big thing, and pubs as well. People are always bringing in their dogs. I can't work in these places because I'll be terrified and I won't be able to do my job anymore. And even in film and TV, I can't work with dogs, and sometimes dogs are in films. It's a problem. So yes, I would definitely get rid of that fear. It would help a lot. Oh my god. I guess you're suspicious by accident. If it was from you, there'd be no problem accepting your quest, Fox Wizard Prime. I'm sure you'd take us on a great adventure, and I'd film it and put it on my YouTube channel. Oh my god. So yeah, this is actually from Fox Wizard Prime's question. Hypothetically, what would you want to have in a 3.0 model update, whether it's a combination of the 1.0 Vieus and 2.0 Vieus or something new? Well, why don't you just wait and find out, you know? just hang around. You never know. You never know what'll happen one day. I don't want to spoil what I want to do in the future for my model. Obviously, I'd like to upgrade one day, so I don't want to... I want to keep it a surprise. I feel like it would ruin it, you know? So I can't answer your question. I'm sorry, Fox was the prime, but that's spoilers. Mailman via stream crash. I know, but they are some of the jobs with less qualifications to apply for, and I can't do them because I'm scared, which is annoying. You hate other people's dogs, but you hate other people who have hot dogs, especially if the owner is, oh, he won't bite knobhead. Yeah, those people don't understand the behavior of dogs. You know, most dogs that bite people never did it before, and then they do. So it's not a very good argument. But yeah. From Minase Arisato, if you had the choice to pick one mystical creature as a pet, which one would it be? Mystical creature. See, part of me says a unicorn because unicorns are cool, but I feel like I'd be scared of it because I'm scared of horses. So it needs to be something less intimidating. I can't pick something like a fairy or anything like that because it's basically a person, and you can't have a person as a pet. That's wrong. Maybe what kind of mystical creatures are those? Things like griffins and dragons and I can't think of anything right now. Maybe something like a little wisp, a little will-o'-the-wisp, like the blue things from Brave. They're quite cute. Maybe one that can talk to me, and it can be my little companion. Less of a pet, more of a companion. Someone who talks to you, helps you out, tells you what's happening, tells you where you should go. I think that'd be nice. Just something like that. It'd be especially you could make it really cute depending on how you design it, honestly. So I like that idea. Finding out the questions about future 3.0 Vieus will have to wait. You tried. Ah, I see. Yeah, you can't. This spoilers. Fox was a prime. I can't tell you. You have a dog and she will bite. She bites me actually. What the hell? What? You have a dog that actually does bite? That's concerning. Oh my god. You almost came close to using American martial arts to defending yourself against an unleashed dog and the knobhead owner wouldn't unleash them? Really? That's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my god. Scary stuff. I'm thinking, this is from Mission Solo, I'm thinking of making mini sculptures. Do you know anything about this and what materials I can try? This sounds like a question for Google, but let me have a think. For sculptures, I would say look into things like polymer clay. That's quite a good one. That comes in lots of colours. Or you could just use regular grey clay and then paint it. There's lots of different types of clay. They're quite good. If you're looking at doing wooden sculptures, then obviously look at getting some wood. You can also do 3D printing, I suppose, if you want to do digital sculpture. That's an option. I don't know what else you could do. Just look into clay, I think, is probably what you want to do. Just look, yeah. There's lots of kits with different tools and things. Probably the best way to go. Hello, Abdul. Hey, Akerson1650. Hope you're having a lovely day. I hope Sweden's doing you well. That's a great way to phrase things. Oh my god. We have a question from Minato Sato again. What helps you to get back up from procrastination when it affects you? Oh god, I wish I knew. I feel like what happens with me in procrastination is I'll have ages where I am procrastinating and it just gets so bad. Eventually I look at myself and think, why am I so useless? And then you have a day of really productive work and then it all slowly goes down to pot again as the days continue. It's a cycle. I think the only thing that gets me out of it is just looking back at how bad things have got. There's a limit to what I can take before I realise how badly I'm doing. Oh my god. It's shot over here? I don't know what you mean by that, I'm sorry. You're not doing 3D printing, it's cumbersome? Yeah, you don't have to do 3D printing. Oh, you don't like living in Sweden. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I suppose you could look into potentially moving one day. But obviously that's very difficult and you need a lot of money really to go abroad. And you're probably going to need a job in the country you're going to, won't you? I hope it goes well for you though. My goodness. Let's see. What was the next question? You think you wanted a certain microphone? What was your dream microphone? Don't think I mentioned that. No, I don't think I mentioned changing my microphone. The only thing... I need to have a drink, sorry. There we go. The only thing I think I've said about microphones is that I wish I had a shotgun microphone. So a microphone that only picks up stuff in a very specific direction, because then I have to wrestle less with computer fan noise, which I think is something that I somewhat struggle with. It's not really a big deal, but it does make recording things in Discord sometimes a bit more annoying than it has to be. It is what it is, but I have my workarounds. I'm not really worried about buying a new microphone for a very long time. There's nothing wrong really with my microphone. It's fine. Let's see. From Minatori Saturday, we have, leaving aside the issues for countries in the Americas, North, Central, South, which country would you be interested in visiting if you could? So we're talking about if we ignore every political thing in every country and we just look at them all as places to go to for their food, their scenery, their buildings, all that kind of stuff. Let's have a think. So you want me to, are you asking about the Americas specifically, Minatori Sato? I think you are, right? If you are talking, I will answer it as if you're talking about somewhere in the Americas. I think it's Argentina that I'd like to go to. It looks really interesting to me. I don't know much about it, but I really like, it's really interesting how they have this big mountain range and it's such a varied country in terms of north to south in terms of the climate and the culture, and I think it'd be a really interesting trip. So I'd really like to go to Argentina personally. I think they have some nice cakes and stuff as well. So that would be really cool. I think that's my pick for countries in the Americas. I'd also like to go to somewhere in the Caribbean one day. That would be really nice. I'd love to go to one of the islands because they look beautiful. I would love to go there. Just, you know, do the thing, just the basic going swimming, going snorkeling, eating lots of nice food, having some time on the beach. And a really relaxing holiday. Sounds lovely, honestly. It used to be cheap to travel, the money was more powerful. One YouTuber made his own microphone. It was a replica of his dream microphone. Oh, I'm definitely not making my own microphone. I am not, pardon me, technically minded enough to do that. I do not have the skills or the knowledge, and I definitely don't want to learn. It seems way too complicated to be worth it. Oh my goodness. The UK Virgin Islands are worth seeing. Some others are British territory. Well, yes. Yeah, you could go to some. I know there's the Falkland Islands, which are part of British territory, I believe. I think there's some really strangely named towns there, I'm pretty sure. Some of the islands across the world, which are really small, especially the Pacific and stuff, that some of them have really interesting names. Isn't there one place where you have Banana, London, and Paris or something all in one little island? It's really bizarre, but I think it's great. Oh my goodness. You probably don't want to travel to places with scary animals like Australia. Yeah, I don't want to do that. This sounds horrifying. Those spiders are too big for me. I don't think I ever want to go to Australia. I think I'm happy not doing that. It sounds Kiribati. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's the place. Oh my goodness. Denmark's your dream country to go to, not China. I don't know what you said after that, but you don't have to go to China. No one's forcing you. Yeah, go to Denmark then. That's not very far away, right? And if that's where you want to live, I suppose you're gonna have to look at getting a job there, right? Because I think that's how it works with Denmark. I think I once looked into moving to Denmark, just as a hypothetical thing, because I went on holiday there once and it was so lovely. I really enjoyed it. So I was thinking, oh, the city is so cool. It's so advanced and lovely. I know it's very expensive to live there though. It's a very, very expensive country. You've heard of an island called the Isle of Man in the UK, having some racing it's famous for, but a fun island. Yeah, we have the Isle of Man. I don't think it's actually part of the UK. It's more of a British territory, I think. I think it gets classified differently usually, right? It's definitely under our umbrella, but I don't think it's usually part of the main country. Even though it's in the middle of Northern Ireland and England/Wales, it's not. I don't think it's quite the same thing. They're a bit more independent than we are. Well, obviously we're not independent, but it's more independent than, say, somewhere like Northern Ireland would be. It's quite special in that case. I've never been. I'd like to go there, of course, one day. It'd be a good video, I'm sure. And I'd also really like to go to Skara Brae, which is in Orkney. And that's all the way up north in Scotland, north of Scotland, some little islands. It's a really old settlement that they found one day from just digging something up, and they found this whole stone village. It's so interesting, honestly. I would love to go there. You're gonna head out for now? Thank you for the stream, Vieus. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for coming, Fox with the Prime. There's Poland, London, and France, and another close to each other. Really? Oh my god. What a strange set of names. Oh my goodness. Not just the Isle of Man, but doesn't look like... Don't they have no one living there? Just one town's worth? I'm not sure. I mean, it's a small place, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's quite a small population. Especially since when you have a small island with a small population, a lot of the children tend to move abroad. They tend to go to the mainland because that's where the jobs are, which is very unfortunate. But also, it's because they want to do more in their lives. They want to go to places with more going on, and I get it, but the problem is because they're leaving, it means there's even less going on, and the next generation leaves as well, and then the population shrinks. It's an issue. Oh my goodness. Let's see, the next question is, What is your favourite DC team and what power would you have on that team if you joined? My favourite DC team? I would say my favourite DC team was absolutely Young Justice because I loved the TV show, which I haven't seen season 3 of, surprisingly. I don't know. I think it's because I would have to watch the entire thing again to actually remember what's happening, and I haven't got around to doing that. But I would love to join Young Justice. Obviously, I'm a bit older now. I'm imagining that I joined back when I was the right age. I mean, I could be one of the more advising members that are still in it, but eventually you would join the Justice League itself. That's the thing. But yeah, I really liked that kind of stuff. What power would I have? I don't know. You don't get to choose your superpower. That's the thing. People always ask, what power would you have? But it's not a choice. Superpowers are something that happens to you. You randomly get one, or you were born into it, or you did something really stupid that just happened to work and not kill you because you tried to copy someone else's superpower, which is basically what happened to Wally West, Kid Flash. But yeah, it's not really something you choose most of the times. I don't know how I would know what power I have. I don't know what would be most suited. I can say what I would like to have. I would love to be able to move things with my mind. So telekinesis or psychokinesis, which I think are the same thing, right? They're just different words. Sci-fi, fantasy. Oh, I don't know why I read that one first, but fantasy is my answer there. Small Japanese towns are experiencing major shrinkage. Yeah, it's a problem in a lot of places, but especially there because of how land value works and house value as well. It doesn't really keep its value like it does here. So then your house is worth nothing, and then nobody wants the houses. It's a real problem. The Scots are wearing skirts. No, most Scottish people don't wear kilts most of the time. But when they do, I guess they're kind of like skirts. Then they don't really think of them as skirts, but they are kind of like them. I don't know. It's just a thing. I once bought one actually when I went to Edinburgh when I was younger, but I didn't wear it much. Because I'm not Scottish and it feels weird to wear it if you're not Scottish, you know? Outside of Scotland, just wearing it in England, it makes it... Because then I would look like I was Scottish and it would look like I was trying to show my culture, which is not my culture. And then I'd be giving people the wrong impression, I think. I don't know. You live in a region of America that got gutted out and many people are very politically angry as a result. Well, a lot of young people have left. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a real problem in a lot of places. Small communities, people leave because I guess there's no investment in small communities as well, which adds to the problem. If there's no promise of a future, because nobody cares, the people are going to leave. You've got to show that you care. Your brother likes wearing his kilt a lot. He's planning on getting married in it. Really? That's so cool. I love that. Oh my goodness. Psychokinesis or telekinesis is a very cool power. It is. I think it's the coolest power. I want to be able to move things with my mind. That's what I'd like to have. Oh my goodness. From Rihanna, would you rather have infinite stamina or on adventures or never get lost no matter where you go? I think I'd like to have infinite stamina because I get tired quite easily. I sleep a lot. And I'm thinking of this as you never even have to go to bed. That would be handy. I could get a lot more work done, I think, if I didn't have to sleep. I would choose to get in bed sometimes because it's nice. But V-Club, anything? That's another question. You got to ask a proper question. Oh my goodness. Avoiding bad things is the best superpower? Well, that's debatable. Avoiding bad things doesn't make them go away. It just means you don't personally have to experience them. Which is a bit like being ignorant to the problems of the world. I don't know how I feel about that one. Oh my goodness. You take the same and you don't really get lost. I mean, we got lost on the Winnie the Pooh video because there was really bad signal and the map was very confusing. But it was more of a problem of this forest just isn't very well signposted. Ashdown Forest needs just some pole. I don't know, so many places usually have a wooden post with a colour and an arrow. It's very commonplace in forests in the UK to just have these arrows telling you what trail you're on. So you know if you're on the blue one, you go this way. There was nothing, absolutely nothing there to tell you where you were going. And it didn't tell you, oh, just over here is this monument or this little thing. There was nothing. You had to the point where when you actually get to a location, you had to assume that you were in the right place because based on photos, because it just doesn't tell you. There is nothing there to tell you what is happening. But I think usually we don't get that lost. It was really just that one time. Oh my goodness. You being tired all the time scares me. Maybe you have what you have? I don't think I do. I think I just get tired because I go to bed too late. It's a problem. But I do seem to need about 10 hours sleep, which I wish I didn't need. I wish I needed 8 because then I'd have more time in the day and that'd be very nice. I'd be able to get up earlier without dying. Because when I was working on a film, I had to get up at about 2 a.m. on some of the days I was doing it because we had to get there really early in the morning. And I was dying because I needed 10 hours sleep and I was getting about 3 hours sleep and it was terrible. So I think it would make a massive difference if you were somebody who needs more like 8 hours sleep versus 10 to then go to 3. It's less of a gap. I think your body is probably better at coping. I was really struggling to stay awake and it's a problem because even if you try to sleep through the day while you're there, when the cameras start rolling and you need to actually look like you're not just half asleep, and then you keep doing the shots over and over and over, it actually gets really difficult to continue to look like you're not half asleep for that long. Some of them, I think I was half asleep and I forgot to actually look like a normal person again. It's an issue. Listen, one energy drink wakes me up for 2 hours of sleep I miss. So if I sleep 4 hours, I just need 2 energy drinks and I've sorted. 0 sleep, you need 4. You need four energy drinks when you have... Oh, I misread that. On 0 hours of sleep. It's concerning. Like, energy drinks lead to heart problems? Do they? Does caffeine lead to heart problems? I don't know much about that, to be fair. Let me have another drink. Okay. Our next question is from No Chimera. Do you have any dream acting roles outside of being the Doctor? Well, yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, I wanna be in a superhero film. That's what I want. I love superheroes. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't even, even if I'm just I don't even have to be a superhero. I mean, obviously being a superhero would be the best part. But if I was just some minor character that just gets to be part of this universe that actually talks, that's cool. That would be so cool to say that I was, the government official in this one film. That's cool. That's so cool. What? So yeah, anything like that would be really good for me. I love to be anything fantasy. Anything fantasy is amazing. I love fantasy. It's the best. Oh my goodness. But that's probably my answer for that. Which I think I'm well suited for because I stand out a lot. If you're looking for a fantastical person who looks like somebody who's not from regular day Earth, I work pretty well for that because I'm so dull. So that's something I hope the future has in store for me. Maybe. That would be very good. Would love Vieus playing a superhero. Vieus very definitely good-hearted enough to be one. Thank you. In terms of actual tall superheroes, there are some. I don't want to say them because I don't think it's a good idea to do that, to actually specifically name roles. I don't want to do that. But I do have people in mind. What do you think about your comment about having a portrait? I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. Make a children's film about you being a giant? No, I don't really want to make a film about being a giant because I'm not a giant and I don't have any kind of syndrome or illness or anything. I am just tall. It's not It's not because of a tumour in my brain or a genetic disease or something. It is just normal genetics. And I don't want to be seen as the thing that's really tall, this person with the special condition. You know? I want to be a normal person at the same time. Hello, Black Belt Shane. Hope you're having a lovely day today. Welcome. My goodness. Take a salt bath and see what happens. See if that makes you stop being tired. A salt bath will not stop me from being tired forever, unfortunately. I did once do my feet in a salt bath. I used to do that when I was little. I don't know why. My parents suggested it one time and I liked it. There's something nice about having warm feet. You ever tried that? Just having a foot bath. It's quite nice. I know, I believe you. Oh, okay. No, I didn't want that. I think I missed something there. Vieus has much cooler qualities than just being tall. Yeah! Obviously, the things that are closest to my own personality are characters that are just trying to be happy-go-lucky and nice and friendly, but I don't know, maybe I'll be typecast as the villain. That would be cool. Be quite a difference to me. You're also very cool. Tall? You are cool, by the way. I said that by accident, but you are. You don't know how tall you are, but you can relate. Yeah! Being tall is cool. And so is being short. And so is being average height, by the way, you guys. Or being just slightly above average. It's still cool. Every height is cool. Oh my goodness. Last question from Fox was a Pro. From them, but I think they've already gone, unfortunately. But I will still answer it, because if you're watching the VOD right now, hi! What would you consider to be the best moment of 2025 for you that you remember for a long time to come? What have I done this year? I know what the best moment of 2025 was. It was getting to be in a film! 2020, I mean, I literally just got an email one day from some agency that I'd signed up to about a year in advance that that they wanted me as an extra in a film. I never thought I'd actually get the opportunity to do it, and it came out of nowhere, and it was amazing. And then I loved it. That was by far the best moment this year. But in terms of YouTube, I would say... Wait, let me have a quick look. What have I done this year on YouTube? Just so I know how far back this year actually get. Let me quickly get up my YouTube studio and I will tell you what videos have we made this year. I quite enjoyed doing the Winnie the Pooh stuff in a way, but also it took a long time. Oh, I know what my favourite thing I've done this year was. It was Doom Scroller, the music video. How did I end up on my screen again? Was it for a purpose or a heavy distraction? Can't seem to remember what I wanted then. Ha, then that was like 5 minutes ago. Still lost life again, yeah, you know the trend. Lacking any semblance of a clear intention, my internal mechanism won't kick in. It's silly to be feeling so out of control. You know, the song, it's a really good song actually. I actually really like my version of it still. I don't think it's... Yeah, there are little bits of singing that I don't like in it, but I think it's a really nice song, and it's really relatable in terms of doom scrolling, and I'm really proud of the music video and the quality of it all. I just really like it. It's a really nice fashion project, and I'm really happy that I made that. So that's my favourite thing I've done on this channel this year. Let's see. What did you say? Travelling would be annoying at your height? Oh yeah, flying on airplanes. Smacking your knees into the chair in front of you is horrible because you can't, when your knees are right up against the seat in front of you and there's no space at all, they're just crammed in. But I can sit in a normal seat and do that. It's not very nice though. The problem is because you have no space to slouch at all and your torso is also going to be tall, there's nowhere to rest your head. Your head doesn't rest on the seat behind you, so you can't rest your head, and it's really uncomfortable. I could never do a long flight like that. I've done it for 1 or 2 hours and I hate it, but I don't get a choice because it's always been my parents who paid for my seat and they're not willing to pay extra. So yeah, sometimes I get lucky and they accidentally book in the emergency exit seats, which means you do get extra leg room. And once we actually sat at the front of the plane, which was really cool. I quite liked that. Obviously you don't get a table the same way that you do at any other seat, but the leg room. I loved the leg room. We were responsible for helping the flight. They're not called flight. I mean, they are called flight attendants, but they have another name, don't they? They're called Maybe they are cabin crew. That's the one. The cabin crew. We had the responsibility, of course, helping them open the front door if the plane crashed, so that people could escape. But it's not going to crash. It's very, 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 very unlikely it's going to crash. So honestly, it's just extra legroom. It was nice. Really, really happy that I got to do that one time. I might try that again if I ever need to book my own flight. I don't know how the costs compare to a normal extra legroom seat, but it was good. Sometimes I did have to tuck my legs in, but yeah. And the problem is as well with going on a normal seat on an airplane, even if you sit on the aisle, you might think you get more leg room, but you still have to keep tucking your legs in, because every single time they bring the food trolley round, you can't have your legs out. You can't have your knees sticking out at all, because the food trolley is the width of the entire aisle. So it's not as good an option as you initially think it will be, which is very frustrating. Being slightly short like you is a win for air travel. Yeah, it would be absolutely fake from State Farm. I understand that. Oh my goodness. Look at me. Oh my goodness. You only flew twice? No, not that long a flight, but that wasn't comfortable. Yeah, they're not, even for a normally legged person, it's still not going to be comfortable on a plane, especially budget airplanes. But any plane really, it's just sitting on a seat like that for several hours without being able to really get up. Hurts. There's a reason that things like office chairs are so padded, because your bottom cannot handle being sat on a hard thing that long. My mum always has to take a pillow because it hurts too much. So yeah, it's always uncomfortable, and I don't know, your legs don't really like being bent that long without having the choice of straightening them. I mean, honestly, going to the toilet, it just gives your legs a chance to stretch, which can be nice. So you might go even if you don't really need that much. It's something. It's not the most comfortable thing. How tall am I? I am 6'5.5", Riona. Because you didn't ask that in the Q&A, did you? No. Yes. I only flew twice, and that long is a flight, but that wasn't comfortable. Oh no, I already read that one. Whoops. Imagine insisting on a 12-hour flight. Oh my god. No. If I did a 12-hour flight, I am getting extra legroom. That is non-negotiable. I need it. I know it costs, it probably costs an extra £100 or something, because it's a 12-hour flight. It's going to cost a lot of money. It's necessary. I cannot cope. Otherwise, I would be miserable. I would never want to fly on an airplane again, which would not be good. So, I don't know. And one day I want to go to Japan, so it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna need to get that extra legroom, even though it costs so much more. Oh my god. I hear that airplane flip food isn't very nice. Something I've always heard about is people watching films on planes, but I've never been on a plane where they had that as an option. There's never been a TV screen in front of me, even though I guess it has to be really long flights, because I've only ever been within Europe. The furthest I think I've been is 4 hours. Because that was the Azores, which is some islands owned by Portugal in the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know. You'd open that door after 3 hours? No, don't do it! You really want to go to Japan, but it's about a 16-hour flight, but you say you want to go. I know! That's the thing! It's expensive as hell to do that flight from the UK, and it's such a long flight! It's such a long time to sit still on a plane. Oh my god. And I'm always so anxious on a plane, because I know that obviously the chance of it happening is so ridiculously low, but you're always going to be there thinking, what if I'm that one time that the plane crashes and we die? Because, you know, unlike in other situations where something could go wrong, when you're in a plane, death is pretty certain if it crashes. There's not really a way to escape. You're just going to die, because you don't have a parachute. You can't really get out of the plane, really, and it's just going to crash and you're going to die. So the chance of something wrong happening is much less than being in a car, but the injury that you will have will be more fatal. And that's horrifying. So I'm always stressed, and being stressed for 16 hours is not good for your heart. Oh my god. You wonder how much a boat is? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. I have no idea. There probably are ways of doing it by boat. It would take a very, very long time, though, because you're going to have to go around a lot of big land masses. and it'll probably take about a week or something. Honestly, it's a long way. It's a really long way. It's so much slower than flying. Oh my goodness. The good news is emergency landings happen more often than full-on fatal crashes. Yeah, they do try to land first. If something's going wrong, they will make an emergency landing before the plane explodes. But sometimes it goes wrong. So yeah, that's why I still have been willing to go on planes. I know they are safe. It's just, you're still on that plane being like, but what if? But what if? Oh god. The trick is to download movies/shows on your laptop and watch them for the flight. Well, typically you're not actually allowed to have your laptop out on a flight. And a lot of, I mean, I think you can have them out when the seatbelt sign isn't on. But most flights I've been on, the seatbelt sign has been on, the seatbelt sign has been on for most of the flight because they keep having turbulence and things. I don't know if that's just because they're cheap airlines. But yeah, usually laptops have to be kept away for the entire flight, I've seen. I don't know. Especially in these long flights, it's a good time to catch up on some shows since there's not many other options. Yeah, it is take up and landing, but a lot of the time, as I said, you also can't do it during the flight. I don't know, at least that's the flights I've been on. It's confusing. Oh my goodness. I'm going to answer my next question because I haven't answered one for ages. Sci-fi or fantasy? Oh no, I already answered that one, didn't I? It was sci-fi fantasy. Merch plans, or is that a spoiler? No, that's not a spoiler. I didn't have anything concrete in mind. Something I'd like to do is I'd like to make some papercraft stuff, I think, because I used to watch someone, as you might know, called vtuber, who's actually recently come back to streaming. Very cool to see. And she once made a little cube of her chicken model, and I have it. I printed it out, and it was really fun. And I think I'd love to do something like that one day. I don't have any ideas though. I don't really want to make a cube. If I did make a cube, I want it to be more. I don't just want to copy what she did, you know. But there are papercraft ideas that I think could be cool. I'd like to do some kind of eco-friendly merch. Maybe I could make something. Whatever it is has to be made ethically. I think it's quite important for my channel because yeah, I'm about going outside and supporting local businesses and stuff. I can't just have some thing that's mass produced in a factory in China. I don't think people would appreciate that very much. It would feel like I'm selling out, which is, I think doing something like that is probably much more reasonable for most YouTube channels. But the way that I have set up my content, that's not okay for me. So I have to be more ethical and environmentally friendly in what I make. So I don't want to do mass printed t-shirts or anything. It would have to be. If I did that, I'd want it to be, if I wanted to make something kind of clothing, I'd want to do embroidered stuff or stuff that's actually dyed, not a screen print on the fabric, because it just goes off, it comes off in the wash, and I hate that. I wouldn't want it to come off in the wash. I'd want you to be able to wear it for a really long time. And it would also have to be quite subtle. I wouldn't want it to be something in your face, because I don't like merchandise like that. That's why I never buy it. I wouldn't want to buy something that just has a picture of an anime girl, a VTuber on it. I wouldn't want that myself. I would be too embarrassed to wear it in public. I get it. I mean, I think it's so cool when people do have the confidence, but I don't. I don't have the confidence to wear something like that. So it would have to be something more subtle. And I think that's better. I think most people prefer more subtle merchandise in terms of clothing. But in terms of other things, maybe we could do some kind of cooking thing. I think that could be cool. Some kind of starter cooking kit. That could be really fun. Or that comes with some recipes. What a cool idea. We could do some kind of nature kit where it's I could do something like a little kit to help you make a bug hotel or something. That would be cool. Or something, or a fire start, a kit to help you go camping for the first time with bonfires and stuff. That was one of the coolest gifts they ever gave us when we at Girl Guides. They want to give us this little metal tin. I still have it. For the fire starting supplies. Obviously don't use it for arson, use it for camping. I had things like a flint and steel and Vaseline and cotton wool and some actual fire starter blocks. It was really useful and we used it on camps and stuff. I think that's such a cool idea. I'd love to do stuff like that. Or maybe I could do some kind of map of the UK with places I really recommend you go or anything like that. I think there's some really cool ideas. I'd have to spend a really good time brainstorming. And we could do something really unique instead of something just like cups that are for energy drinks. I don't want to do that. I want to do something special. Something that people actually want to buy and use in their lives. So I would think about that. Something really, really cool. Have you read One Piece? If not, when can you start? But are you excited for the new season of Urmikun? When's that coming out? Of course I'm excited. I love Welcome to Demon School Urmikun. It's the best. It's one of my favourite anime. Honestly, I'm looking this up. Welcome to Demon School Urmikun Season 4. April? Yay! I'm so excited now. I'm excited to watch that. It's going to be great. Yeah, I haven't read One Piece. I've watched a decent chunk of One Piece though. I have to look it up on my anime tracking website. I will tell you exactly how many episodes I've seen, and then you will know. The last time I watched it was quite a while ago though. I don't remember how long it's been. It's been a long time. I think it was this year, but it's been a while. So I've watched 297 episodes of One Piece. That's your answer for that. And it was good. I did enjoy it, but I think it becomes my everything I do in all day. I stop doing work. I stop doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing in life because I'm just watching One Piece, and that's not good. So it's a big commitment for me. I don't have much self-control, so I'm happy to be in a state where I'm not currently watching it, but we shall see. Your biggest issues with flight traffic is the human component. Human errors are more anxiety triggering than the plane malfunction. Yeah, that is the thing. Sometimes it really is a plane, the humans that cause problems. But at the same time, I wouldn't want a robot to be driving my plane, flying my plane. Rather, I'd want a human being, because if something goes wrong, at least a human can stop it from going wrong. You know, that's why there are two pilots anyway. It's not like a train driver where there's only one, and because. Oh my god, I've been watching a TV show with my mum called Cool the Midwife. It's a British TV show. We've been catching up on it. There's about 14 seasons, I think. And we watched an episode recently where a train crashed. And the reason the train crashed was because the driver had a seizure and then died. And then other people on the train died. That's terrifying. I don't like that. But that's a case of human error in the way. It's something happened to the person. It wasn't the train that malfunctioned. And it's not his fault, obviously it's not real, but things like that happen. That's scary. But that's why we have two pilots on our planes, not just the one. And that gives you a bit of reassurance that they can check each other and make sure they're both doing things right. There is somebody else to notice. Vieus official spatula, that could be fun. We could do that maybe. Or maybe we can make lunch boxes or something out of something like bamboo. That could be cool. You had your iPad with some downloaded anime episodes from Crunchyroll, so no internet, and after you reached height and during the second you weren't allowed to have it out. Yeah, during descent and after you reach the height. Yeah, sometimes you can't have it out. That's the thing. It really depends on the flight. You understand what I'm talking about. Vs your log, but I don't know how international shipping works if I hasn't. Your log is a cake. I don't know. It's not quite the same thing, but okay. A good way to preserve a print is wash inside out and not too hot water and lower centrifuge. But even then, there are quality differences. Yeah, but I think it's good to have a piece of clothing that you don't have to do that with. Something that will just stay in good condition from a normal wash. And that's what embroidery does. And that's what actually dyeing your clothes does properly instead. So that's what I'd want to do. Because they make dyed patterns all the time on dresses, so you can do it. It's possible. It's just not the cheapest option, I'm pretty sure. Are you interested at all in the Steam frame? Oh, VR headset. Yes, I am, but I can't afford it. I can't have it. If I could buy it, I would, because it'd be perfect. I'd be able to do full body tracking really well with a face tracker built into a VR headset, which I think is really good. Not many companies make that, and when they do, it's usually an add-on. It doesn't come with it, which then makes me think it's not going to be as well supported. I want something, an all-in-one solution is pretty good. It does sound really nice, but I cannot afford something like that, so it's not going to happen. Oh my goodness. You're currently invested in the documentary called Mayday, showing the worst air traffic accidents with a whole roundabout about what happened and how it happened. I would never want to watch something like that because it would stop me from flying ever again, and I don't want to do that to myself because then I'll never be able to go abroad other than by train and coach. Oh, that would be painful. You don't want to do that. And then you'd still have to take the boat. And trying to take the boat, say, to Canada? I don't want to take the boat to Canada. That's going to take days. Oh my god. Don't want to do that. Oh my goodness. I want to go to Canada. That's why I picked Canada. Let's see. What did I read? Congrats, you found a magical lamp with a gin inside. You have 3 wishes, but the bigger the wish, the more likely it goes wrong. What do you wish for? If it's gonna go wrong, is it really a wish? Is it not a very good genie? Or a djinn, I suppose you could. Let me have a think. What would I do if I could wish for something? What do I want? Well, I want quite simple things, to be honest. If we're not looking for big things that could go wrong, I'd like to be able... I would like a house that I own with my I actually own a house. That would be nice. A nice house for me. And maybe a 3-bedroom house for myself and my boyfriend. That'd be good. And then I'd like to be a successful VTuber. That's another wish. And I'd like to be good at acting. That's what I wish for. I don't think that's too big. I don't think that's asking for too much. It's just asking for security, I suppose, in my life. So I find state stability. Those, I think those are nice wishes. I don't want this for much. I just want to be happy and stable. Oh god. Ancestors grant wishes. Own house equals someone you care about dies and leaves you in will. Why? It's not even a big thing to ask for. Once upon a time, everyone owned a house, and the economy's just got worse and worse, and now we can't buy them. But there was a point where you could buy a house on one person's income. That was good. I miss that. Why can't we have that now? See, what we get instead is better societal values, but we don't get the housing thing. But I don't think the two things are connected. They just happened at the same time. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Successful VTuber means become famous. You become known on the worldwide news for some crime you weren't part of. Why does that make me successful? That doesn't make me successful. That means people aren't going to watch me if I'm a crime lord. What? Oh my god. The queen is a boyfriend and not a king. What? Well, I guess he could be a king if you like. I'm not a queen though, am I? Maybe I am in your eyes. Did you plan doing more Lego building streams? I did answer this already. As I said, I have 3 sets. But the reason I haven't done it is because the clip for my camera disappeared, so I can't set up my camera properly anymore. Which was why I haven't done a hand stream in ages. Become a successful actor. You get involved in some spy business, and now you've got to work your way out of it. I didn't even say a successful actor. I just said be good at acting. Whether or not I get roles is a different matter. I just want to be set up in the good position to potentially do well at auditions, you know? Just actually have good skills. All wishes have done with good and bad. All my wishes have gone badly. That's a shame. What a terrible, terrible wish thing. What was the point in even making the wishes if they come with consequences like that? It's meant to be a wish, not a trade. Oh my god. What's your least favourite way to decorate clothing and why is it glitter? Yeah, I understand. Well, glitter gets everywhere, doesn't it? Glitter is not very pleasant. It's really hard to get off things. If you get it in your carpet, oh, good luck with that. I would not recommend glitter. What kind of question is that? You just answered it yourself. Oh my god, spies are not top-notch actors. Yes they are. That is true. You know, when I was younger, I wanted to apply for the MI5 after I graduated from university, but I never graduated from university, so I can't do that. But they have a graduate scheme, and you can apply to be an intelligence officer. And I thought that sounded like an interesting job, but that has not happened, and that is not going to happen. So that's okay. How do you like trees? Favorite tree? My favorite tree. I like rainbow eucalyptus. I think it's really pretty. Have you seen a rainbow eucalyptus tree? They're really cool. You know what? It will take me a minute, but let me get up an image for anyone who's never seen one before. A lot of the images of rainbow eucalyptus are edited, so I'll pick ones a bit more realistic to life. But yes, because people like to up the contrast and make them look really dark and vibrant, and they can be. Kind of, but not. I don't think it's realistic. The realistic ones are a lot lighter and less vibrant. They're still really cool. I really like those trees. I hope you're having a lovely day there, Ehabfelia. Officially, you're not part of MI5. Wink, wink. Yes, of course. Oh my god. What was I going to look up? Oh, right. I need to get up paint because the image I decided to save was. Did I just open Power World? Why did I open Power? I meant to open paint. What am I doing? That is. No! It's gonna crash my computer if I open Power World. I can't have this open and Warudo. Oh my god. This is not a Power World stream, Vieus. What are you doing? Oh my god. It's because it begins with a P. It won't close. I need to get Task Manager open. Oh my god. We're now playing Power World. Can you hear Power World? This is great Power World. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. They look cool. They do look cool, don't they? I'm still trying to get it onto the screen. It's going to take me a minute. From a file. So we've got this one. I need to change the image into a PNG because it's being annoying. File. No, I need to open it actually. File open. Downloads. Eucalyptus. Don't save. File. Save as. PNG. Sure, that works. Okay, let's add an image. Add image. Image, browse, and then we go to this PC. Yeah, not working. Where's downloads? There's downloads. And it should be. I want PNGs. Let's search PNG. There we go. That one. There you go. That's what a rainbow eucalyptus looks like. Can you see the colours? Can you see the yellow and the red and the orange? It's so cool. It's such a cool tree. I think they're amazing. The fact that that's natural, amazing. I like it. Very cool tree. Oh my goodness. It was worth finding for you guys. Vieus is a psyop from Her Majesty Services. We are part of her cell to subvert Parliament. Oh, I see. No, I'm not. I'm not. There was a really cool tree in the Americas called the American chestnut that's not now functionally extinct. Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. I hate it when things go extinct. Why do we not look after things better as a species? What's wrong with some people? I know most people do care, but it's certain people in power who don't, and that's why things get neglected and die off. It's a real shame. Imagine spies. Who knows? Maybe Vieus has fooled us all along. She is a spy. I'm not a spy. I'm not a spy. But that's what a spy would say, to be fair. Want wishes granted? Say to ancestors, hey, help me find a house. Maybe I should. Ancestors, please help me find a house. This is me asking right now. Very artsy tree. Yeah, isn't it? There are some wild trees native to Yemen. There'll be wild trees native to every country, I assume. Well, not every country. Most countries. Some countries, there aren't any trees native because of how the island formed. It's a little bit different there, but most countries will have a native tree, even if it shares. It doesn't have to be unique. It just means it's native to that place. Let's see. Well, I never read that one. I've already read that one. What is your holiday? This is from Rihanna, by the way. What is your holiday scent of choice? For example, I really like pine or cinnamon. I guess you mean Christmas scent, right? Because in the UK, when I think of holidays, I think of going on holiday. Like going to the seaside or going to France, not Christmas. I think we call them celebration days here. Holidays, so Christmas scents. What do I like? I really like those oranges that you shove full of cloves. I think they're really cool. I used to make, they're called Christingles, aren't they? No, they're not. Wait, what is a Christingle? I'm thinking of a pomander. What is a Christingle? I do not know. Christingle. Oh, it's similar. Right, Christingle is when you put sweets on cocktail sticks in an orange. That's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of pomanders. Pomanders are when you put cloves into an orange and it dries it out and you can keep it for years and it smells amazing. I love those. I've made those at a couple of different places when I was younger. Really cool things. I want to make one again. They're really nice. And It's amazing how they don't really go moldy. They can, but a lot of them don't. They just dry out really well. Let's see. Weird isn't. Wild isn't weird. Yeah, okay, yeah. There are some weird trees out there for sure. I'm not sure that's of course uses plausible deniability. Unless someone like you who cares an awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Is that some kind of poetry? I don't know. But yeah. If nobody cares an awful lot, unfortunately, things aren't going to change in terms of the environment because of the people who don't care and people who will happily make things worse for themselves because they profit from it. That's what people who own gas and oil companies are. They don't care, and it's terrible. But because they have those companies, they're rich, and being rich comes with having power, and people with the power means that nothing happens and things get worse. So it does involve a lot of people who care a lot to actually make something change and to protest for things to change. It's difficult. Oh, is that from the Lorax? When he was talking about trees and extinction, he created the Lorax. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Interesting. I just tried to combine history and philosophy into one word. Oh, I meant philosophy. It's not philosophy. History or philosophy, and not to tip the scales, but why? You asking what I like more? I don't know. I mean, I didn't study philosophy in school. I have seen a lot of videos from a YouTube creator called PhilosophyTube, and I do enjoy them. So maybe that. I think I watch that kind of stuff more than I watch history. But at the same time, I don't know. I think I'm going to go for philosophy, even though I've never studied it because it wasn't an option to study at school or anything. I actually was at one point considering doing it at university. I thought it sounded really interesting, but I didn't in the end because there are certain topics that I really don't care on, and I have very strong opinions about things like what's the purpose of life? I think it doesn't matter, and I think it's a waste of time trying to think about that. I think you should just have a nice time with your life and do the best and just make the most of it and be happy. You don't need purpose in life. There's no point having it's a waste of time in my eyes. Just try to be happy. That's all. Why else do anything? I don't know. Because if you do something that makes you, say if you do something like you do something that makes you suffer because it makes someone else happy. You're doing it because it makes you happy that they're happy. Say if you're going out of your way to drive 5 hours up the country to pick someone up, even though you really don't want to, but you know that it would mean so much to them, and the thing that you get out of that is that you are making yourself happy. I think people do most things to make themselves happy. I'm a real person, that guy Keshi. Hello, I hope you're having a lovely day. I am very much real, I promise. Thank you for popping in. I'm talking to YouTube at the same time, if you're wondering who I'm talking to. But yes, you're more than welcome to ask questions yourself on Twitch. I don't mind. But you're the first person to come in today on that side. That's really cool of you. Thank you. I was answering a question about history of philosophy. I do find certain aspects of history really interesting, though. For example, I'm really interested in Anglo-Saxon stuff and things from that era. I think that's really interesting. Medieval history. I've watched a bunch of videos on the history of Wales, weirdly, because there's a really interesting history of the kings and stuff. That's his YouTube channel. I think he's called the Cambrian Chronicles or something. Very cool channel. And that's really fascinating. I like all kinds of things like that. Philosophy might make you be a better actor? What, thinking about why people are the way they are? Is that what philosophy is? I don't think I really understand what philosophy is. I understand a lot of things that are within philosophy, but I don't. Let me just quickly look up a definition of philosophy. Philosophy. Got to ask first these days. I suppose, yeah, it's a sad part of the internet is that a lot of it is starting to become AI. But yeah, I am 100% real. So philosophy is a systematic study of general and fundamental questions concerning topics like existence, knowledge, mind, reason, language, and yeah, so it's like, why are we the way we are? Yeah, it is interesting. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to think of it in terms of studying philosophical writers, though, to understand why someone thinks the way they do. You can do that without that, looking at your own experiences and the experiences of people around you and just being empathetic to things. Not empathetic, sympathetic to things, I mean. It's not that hard. AI is a money laundering scheme? Maybe it is. I don't know. There probably are definitely AI projects that are like that. Philosophy is just something that has many answers and not one true answer. Yeah, I think it's just what you personally believe, and that's okay. And I suppose that's why I didn't want to study it, because I think I would just start getting annoyed at the fact that I could never get the answers right. Because the subject I was always best at school was maths, and in maths, sometimes there are multiple answers, but those answers are either correct or not incorrect. You know, they're not. It's not a case of if you put 2, but the answer's supposed to be 3, you're still right if you put 2. There could be multiple answers because of how graphs work, but still, maths is. You don't like maths? That's okay. Oh my goodness. Roman history, Aurelius, Germanicus, Caesar. These. I wouldn't say I'm particularly interested in Roman history, although my name is a bit like a Roman name. It's got the us thing. I'm Vieus. So maybe I'm secretly Roman. I did go to Rome actually last year. That was really fun, really nice holiday. But yeah, I wouldn't say I know too much about Roman history. I know that bits and pieces, because a lot of it was on Horrible Histories, and I did spend a lot of time watching Horrible. I've seen all of Horrible Histories, at least the original Horrible Histories with the original actors, and I enjoyed that growing up. Some of my friends were Horrible Histories super fans. I am not that person, but I still enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. You like maths? Maths can even be fun? Yeah, it can be. Yeah, absolutely, I understand that. Good. That's good that you like it. I don't think I'd be interested in some of the more abstract maths that you do when you go to degree level, because numbers stop really being in it as much, and I don't really want to do that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to answer my next question. There's only one more question actually on my Q&A thing, so this is the final question, which makes sense because it is 11 minutes to 10 anyway, so we would have ended soon. Anyway, but the last question is, what would house dream location be? Lovely grammar there, Gamera. Big city, suburban, or countryside? I don't know. So there's things to think about. If I love the countryside, but the problem with the countryside is you have to drive, and I don't like the idea of driving. I don't want to learn how to drive because I'm absolutely terrified. And I'm absolutely terrified of even riding a bike at the moment. Well, as long as it's not on a flat surface. I'm okay if it's flat. And I have been somewhere where it is almost entirely flat. But the moment we start having to go downhill, I just can't ride my bike anymore. And the problem with driving is you're always going up and down the hill, so I would not like that. So even though I love the countryside, I just can't live in the countryside. You won't have the public transport. I know what it's like with the public transport on the countryside. It's a problem. But in terms of suburban, what does suburban mean? It's like, I think it's quite an American concept. It's on the edge of the city, right? It depends on the city, I suppose. I don't like the idea of living somewhere that's just purely houses with no shops, because I find it extremely irritating. So many housing developments are built like that. They'll just build these massive, massive areas of housing, and then everyone has to travel away from where they live just to go buy their weekly shop, and it's ridiculous. It really is. I don't understand why they don't intersperse these things with housing so that not everyone's having to congest a city, for example. They build towns, and then the people who live in the towns have to travel away from their town just to go get some essential, because all the investment is put into this one place and all the shops are in one location. I don't think it's good planning, and I think it creates a lot of congestion in terms of traffic. It's very frustrating. And even towns still have a massive problem with public transport. There's just not enough public transport in a lot of rural and places that aren't so rural. So honestly, even though I love the countryside, and I especially places like the Lake District, they're so pretty, I think I'm going to have to live in a city just for the public transport that I love. And also, if I want to be an actor, I have to live in London. because that's where all the work is. You can't be getting the train from not actually Birmingham's a bad example, from Northampton, let's say, all the way down to London every morning for a 5 a.m. shoot. It's not going to work. Because you can't get the train that early and you're going to die of exhaustion because you need enough sleep. One option, of course, is to stay in a hotel every time you get work, but it will start to get very tiring and you will end up wanting to probably move closer. I mean, you can live just outside of London, it also works, but yeah, realistically, I'm probably going to end up living in London. So, it is what it is. It's just very, 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 very expensive. So that's not good. It's going to take a very long, very, very, very long time to actually be able to afford that. But hopefully one day. Oh god, what about buying property to rent out to a studio? What do you mean? I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to buy anything. I don't have the money like that. That's crazy money. Oh my god. Your English grammar is probably horrible right as you talk. You're talking in your head, you forget commas and that's okay, no, Chimera, don't worry about it. No, I was just messing around. There's nothing wrong with that. You're trying your best, your grammar, and I really appreciate you asking me a question anyway. It's very kind of you to do. Oh no, over that one. Probably village would be the best equivalent. Yeah, the thing was with villages, they just don't have public transport. So many villages have really, really, really bad bus services, and they don't. If they do have a bus, it doesn't show up, or it arrives half an hour late, or it's only and it's usually only once every 2 hours or something. It's really bad, and it's such a shame because then everyone has to learn how to drive, even though some of them wouldn't rather drive. Some of them would be able to live their lives just getting the bus, but they can't because it's not an option, and so they have to get a car because sure, maybe they can get to one place, but that doesn't have everything they need. This is why they need to build more local stuff. I am going on a little bit of a rant. I hate the way that things are planned and built. I think there needs to be a much better spread. We are localizing shops too much in one area. It is bad. Oh my god. Learn how to teleport? Yes, that would be good. Maybe that should be my superpower. Portals. Would be handy. There is an option of driving. You need a big car for the legs. Well, yes, obviously driving is an option, but I don't want to drive. I'm too scared, as I said, so it's not going to happen. We do have a question in the Q&A thing now, which is, do you have an official process for forming business relationships? But I don't know what you mean, because I've never done that. So my answer is no, but maybe one day. I mean, if I ever get a YouTube sponsor, I suppose there is a process for that, but I'm not at that point, so I don't know how to answer your question. I'm sorry. Learned a lot about Vieus today. Yay! I'm glad you did. And actually, because that is the last question in our Q&A, I think we'll stop here. Because my throat hurts. I don't want to overwork my voice. You know how many people in Hololive have developed vocal nodules that they have to have surgery to get rid of? That's scary. I don't want to do that. I need to look after my voice. And currently it hurts. If my voice tires out easily. I don't know why. It might just be the way I'm made. There might be not anything I can really do about it. But yes, thank you so much everyone for coming today and asking so many questions. And hello Stargazer, I'm so sorry you arrived at the end. I will see you all next week. And I obviously will be doing more Super Mario Odyssey and more Terraria, which we started Super Mario Odyssey this week. We've been playing Terraria for a couple of weeks. And that'll be very fun. And I hope you come back for that. And if not, I'll probably do a third stream of something random, which is what today was. And we shall see how it goes. But thank you so much. Good night, everyone, or good morning, or good afternoon, whatever time zone you are in. And I'm going to see if anyone else is streaming. They probably aren't, but I've been trying to remember to check for this every day. The people that are in V Club, unfortunately, just don't stream at the time that I'm ready to raid, so it doesn't really work. For example, Voro, a British talent, he streams at about 4 p.m, which is before me, so I can't do that. And then I think Sora streams at about 12 p.m, which I'm not live for. It's a problem. I'm kind of in the middle. Anyway.